Gavin Newsom,
Mm.
the governor of California. My spirit, he never really sat well with me.
I've been on his
Never,
head for a long time, honey. A very long time.
never.
Mm-hmm.
Democratic governor of California. He's now doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I, See, I'm all about Democrats talking to the people, but this just feels unserious, unhinged, and silly
Yeah.
that you're doing this podcast to talk to the other side.
Yeah.
And he sat down with Charlie Kirk
Mm-hmm.
and Steve Bannon.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Bannon made this really disgusting joke about Elizabeth Warren and calling her Pocahontas, which is no one should be using that term to describe anybody. If you know the
Yeah.
history of Pocahontas,
Mm-hmm.
it's an ugly thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not even. It's like they're on the Breakfast Club, not even checking these people. People are saying crazy
Right.
things to you,
Yeah.
and you're not even checking them. And he knows how to check people. I've seen him do it before, and he's sitting here smiling and cheesing, and I just think it's the last thing Democrats need right now,
Yeah.
unless this is the plan that I said back in November that they want to go to the 1990s Democratic Party. They're
Yeah.
done with the Obama coalition. They have no interest in that. They feel like the Obama coalition was an anomaly, it was a rarity. And so you're going to have Gavin Newsom, one of the most well known governors in the country,
Mm-hmm.
sitting down with people who I believe you don't have to platform them in that way. I think it's actually quite dangerous.
Yes, absolutely.
And, it would be
Same
one
washing,
thing.
white nationalists.
Same washing, same washing. And it will be one thing if you were sitting down with people who are running for office. If
Mm-hmm.
you're running for office, I've had folks on this show who I did not agree with, but they were running for office, right? So it would be one thing if they were running for office and you were going to have them come on your podcast and you're going to hold them accountable and you're going to have a deep discussion with them. But you're having people who are just chaos agents on
Right. Right.
and laughing and saying, "This has been a great time to sit down and talk with you." And you're the governor of California.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked him. My spirit. And this is what I get. You would never see a Republican governor. You would never see Ron DeSantis host some sit down.
Yeah.
There isn't even a comparable person.
Like Joy
There isn't a
Reid. I
Steve
mean,
Bannon on
obviously
the
Joy
left.
Reid is not
Not
she's a
that, but like
credible
someone you
person,
would
but I mean like
right,
Louis Farrakhan.
right. There you go. You would never see that happen.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is we are in a state of chaos right now. You have federal workers in California as well who are losing their jobs, and you have Steve Bannon on using a term like chaos. And I don't blame Steve Bannon because he likes the press, he likes the attention.
Yeah.
You put him on your platform.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're enjoying it
You put him
for
on your
sure.
platform. But see now you got to hear the other side, both sides, both sides. I always say this. Dr. King was never saying, we have to hear the other side of Barry Goldwater. We
Mm.
got to hear the other side of George Wallace and Bull Connor. He wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
And at this point, at least Barry Goldwater believed in the Constitution. At least he
Right.
didn't think elections were stolen. He
Mm-hmm.
was a stone cold racist. But
Mm-hmm.
this is what you're doing, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom
This
is
is
full
our
of
issue.
shit. And I've been saying that. I've been saying that he's full of shit. I cussed his ass out over Charlie Kirk, and I told people y'all gonna be really fucking embarrassed defending this podcast because he's already stated he's gonna have a CPAC lineup, and he has gotten equally as abominable with his additional guests. But you know what's so funny to me is I see these white liberals who, and even some black people, Chad, because it takes a white man to be the white man. We got some white men are our saviors as black people who are defending this. And their rationale is we got to listen to the other side. We got to be able to have conversations with the other side. Keep your enemies closer. And it's so funny to me how they are so quick to normalize and embrace the concept of having civil conversations with white nationalists. And well, we got to hear out their strategy because they made great strides. Where they made great strides in is keeping our people on the couch. That's what they made great strides in. They didn't convert our people, they kept our people on the couch. Millions of people sat home. They're so quick to normalize and justify that, but they don't want to give Black people a voice. When we say this is the strategy, we are dismissed, we're diminished, oh, you're talking about identity, you're focusing on identity, you're focusing on this, because we tell you that the winning strategy is actually doubling down on your base, is actually galvanizing your base, motivating people that are ideologically aligned with you but are maybe disillusioned with the political process. But when we say that, then we're the ones who are detrimental to moving the party forward. We're the ones who are detrimental to the ability of Democrats to win. We already know how to win. We told y'all that. We said the shit during motherfucking elections. And nah, we don't need to talk to the base. The base is already with us. We need to go out and get the Liz Cheney voter. We need to go out there and get the white soccer moms. And y'all was wrong because we lost. Did we not? We lost everything. And all the people that we said y'all should have gone after. Oh, now they get that. Oh, we made strides with Black people. We made strides with Latino people. We made strides.
Remember that ad, Reese? Remember that ad that cost millions of dollars? The ad of he doesn't have to know
Yeah,
the husband and wife in the voting booth called that cost them millions of dollars to make. He doesn't, and I said that is a terrible ad.
Yeah.
You really think a husband and wife, if that you really think that they're gonna vote differently because of this ad?
Right.
He doesn't have to know. What the hell is that? But okay.
But the people that we got dragged, I remember, was a lot of belligerent, angry. I got all kind of hate mail of saying we need to double down on the base.
On the base.
That's what I said.
Because we were out there on the streets.
And I said
we were out there on the streets. Go ahead.
And I said this is going to be a turnout election. This is not a conversion election. It's a turnout election. Oh, what they got to talk to the back? They ain't got to talk to the. People were so adamant. And what were we looking at after the election? Donald Trump made strides with Black people. Donald Trump made strides with Latino people. Donald Trump made strides with all these other people. We told y'all. Because our people stayed home. We could make great strides if we actually listened to Black people more than you guys are willing to listen to white nationalists who you'll never get their base. You'll never convert those people. Those people don't have the strategy on how to get our people out. They only have the strategy to keep our people at home. And they're so willing to normalize and be open ears to them and so closed off to what those of us who were yelling and screaming every election cycle, with the exception of 2020. We heard this during Hillary's election. We need to see more money down in Milwaukee in the Black areas. We need to see more money in Detroit, in Philadelphia. The only time we didn't hear that was in 2020 because they got the shit together. But we heard the same shit in 2024. So if y'all would listen, if y'all would be as open and willing to listen to the voices that are trying to tell you how to get your base as you are to white nationalists, then maybe we could fucking get somewhere. So no, we're not going to make excuses. We're not going to sane wash. We're not going to say, well, if Gavin is the nominee, I'm gonna vote for him. He's not going to be the nominee. Fuck that. No, don't put him up because we're not playing footsies with white nationalists. We already got enough foots on our neck right now with MAGA, with Donald Trump. We don't need MAGA-Lite with the Gavin Newsom. We don't need to be at the dinner table breaking bread with these motherfuckers. We don't need that. We need to get our people out so that we can take over and fix this shit. That's what we need.